Yeah, I believe in my situation it's better to talk about that point again and again because I always meet people in the spiritual and healing scene who are not able to be their own soul essence, why ever, because they have been conditioned, and the conditioning goes that far that they give things from out of themselves, individuals like you and I on any plane, be it on earth or somewhere else, more credit than their own soul essence, their own connection to founder of this holographic universe, and more than earth herself. And healing work and medicine is today mostly based on things that don't naturally fit together. And the own thing you have to be in the first place is your own soul essence, your own oversoul. If you're not connected to yourself and root yourself in the alien implant chakra, what is just a tiny aspect through a zooming lens of their own soul expression, then you're rooting yourself into an ET alien crap that is just there to limit, to keep the souls who are incarnated in that specific species into that limitation. You're pre-programmed. And now all these ritualistic things and all technologies, these religions, this is technology, and the healing modalities also, but you don't need anything but your soul self and what you have inside of you and on earth herself or wherever you are incarnated or living. You are who you are in your own respect with nature, with who founded this universe, and that cannot be a mind concept of a ball of light because this is the creator or whatever. Whatever. You need to have an address, and that address needs to be clear for yourself. And if a healer has not this connection and promotes alien technology to you, I mean not from experience or from reports of own experience, I mean by design in sessions or without sessions. I mean, I have been tortured by healers. There was no session at all, yeah? I mean, many years. Then we fall as mankind into the same traps which make the situation difficult for everyone. And any normal human being, I don't say average, but everyone who experiences himself as human being on this earth right now should be aware of oversoul work. We just need to give us a few sentences, a few words, and then these beings from natural, out of themselves, are able to go their own way. If Stuart Swerdlow or George Kavasilas and Dr. Grigory Grabovoi or even who sometimes do fictional books or whatever, lead you to yourself, will make you possible to work yourself through yourself. As long as you keep a distance from the experience you have. And to start with the healer, the first thing is that he does know Reiki. Does know external energies. There are people who are highly experienced and extrasensoric work, whereby the analytics are also completely false if the healer is connected to the chakra spectrum and the brain and its auric field with all the spiritual implants and nanorobots and femto robots of the military. Yeah, I mean, then it is not interesting for me to go to a doctor and to ask him for any solution, or to a shaman. For me, this is the same. It's the same like a dentist who doesn't know what to do and puts amalgam into your teeth. I can always repeat that. But a healer has to be soul essence, and it needs to be clear in the first point that you help yourself, that you are not dependent on any healing modality that is sold on a market with a license and so on. That not because of the market, but because of what is taught there. You don't know. You don't know what channel you open. People do this years and years, and they don't know what they do with any strange light they project into themselves. They don't know what they do. And I mean, on YouTube, on Facebook, I have lots of sources. I have a lot of sources that I really find interesting to be known for anyone, because of the certain information there. But you need to learn yourself, you need to differentiate yourself. Even if I see for myself, George Cavasilas, there's a lot of good things that make me able to differentiate myself for 11, 12 or 15 years of my way of self-education that I continued from day one. I wouldn't say that anyone got complete solution, because the only solution is yourself. This is what is important. And I wouldn't promote any work of aliens, of any species, ET or not, be it off planet, on planet, but just and say this is the whole solution, and now you need to suck up your what is presented to you, and it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me that Reiki counts as healing yet. A very good Thai massage. This is a healing, yeah. But Reiki always felt like an abuse. I hate when just as people look and are limited on the spectrum and up and down and up and down, and then more in this space and that space, and then looking into you, and you always see inside yourself their threat, and they're just looking the whole day and playing being the invisible remote viewers. I hate that. I experienced that my whole life. Even people do these things, if they are conscious or unconscious. People are not aware of what they do, but somehow feel attracted to move certain thoughts and emotions certain ways to influence people. Also, yeah. Doesn't make sense to me as a healer to do a Reiki. For me, it doesn't make sense for me to do protection. If you do protection work, and if you protect yourself, you don't even know the client. You lead, dictate, and drive to death with yourself. That's what I experience. Abuse. And you got all these licenses. But you need to have the credit from the client itself. And you got to lead him to its own organic soul self in the first place. And this fumbling around I was seeing in my life doesn't make sense in any way. It can help for a moment here, there, pop, that you have a feeling in identity, feeling identity for that certain space. That is where you need to put your own light. Okay, first steps, pop, 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 pop. But the healing, shamans, and what the work I was busy with, I don't pimmel around with that again. I don't even keep a single book in my flat of anyone again. I have it as at friends. Yeah, I like the books, and I also like to share these books. Yeah, good books. But I don't even want to have this information in front of my home zone. I would even put it more in the bibliothèque to keep it there where it is, but not to having it in my living space with the people who are doing their Reiki work and all of that. That's the situation we have. You do your own oversoul work. There's a lot of material from George Cavasilas and Stuart Swerdlow. Research that. But don't sell me any shamanic things that had been infiltrated thousands of years, shamanic cultures coming from other planet nations who are there to breed their slaves, to have workers and food, a life source. I don't give a fuck about that. I know the spectrum. I respect the people, but not what they do, because they don't know what they do and they don't know what they talk. And I have seen very, very highly sophisticated shamans. Let's say Alberto Villolui, absolutely, absolutely great what you can learn there. But it will not lead you to your own soul essence self that lightly if you are busy with all of this deers you invoke into yourself. Soul essence work, sovereignty or no healing. You're responsible for yourself. If you take the pill from anyone, the pill abuses you. They feed off you through the pill itself, into your own unconsciousness and what you do in the rest of your life.